You all ask the very simple question of why. And on this episode of Off the Script Extra, we got the answer as to why John Cena and The Undertaker were canceled from WrestleMania 33. Let's talk about it.
Fill your glasses up and put your headphones in, because it's time for Off the Script. And all you fucking goons and assholes, get in line and hit subscribe, because it's time for Off the Script. Hit the like button and share it around. You can even pull your fucking pants down, because it's time for Off the Script with JD from New York 206, because it's time for Off the Script, because it's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today, I got news on why John Cena and The Undertaker were canceled off of WrestleMania 33, and the answer might surprise you, according to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer radio show, man. So thank you guys for tuning in today. If you missed Off the Scripts, part 1 and 2 of episode 152, links will be down in the description below of this very video, and I'll also leave you a link in the annotation right there on screen as you're watching this video. If you guys missed my part 1, we covered the first day of the UK tournament, my review, my reaction, and the results of yesterday's day 1 of the UK tournament for the WWE on the network. That video is live right now as well if you guys missed that. Great first day. Very much looking forward to day number 2, in which we will crown a new United Kingdom champion. So look forward to that, as well as I will cover day 2 and all the results and the happenings of this tournament. Also, if you guys want to get in on the PayPal Rumble, that is still very much alive. It is still going. You guys got 2 weeks left to go, so make sure you guys get in on that right now. Link at the very top of the description. All you got to do is go to the link. $10 entry fee, and you will be automatically entered into a pool of close to 50 entrants right now for the first ever inaugural Off the Script PayPal Rumble. So make sure you guys jump in on that. T-shirts, barbershop window, Twitter at JD from NY206. If you guys want to tweet along with me today during the UK tournament, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. JD from NY206. And then obviously Off the Script today, if you missed that, part 3 up as well. So thank you guys for all that. Now, let's get into the news at hand. We got news on Brian Alvarez, and he explained why Vince McMahon decided to change his plans for WrestleMania 33. For almost a year now, everyone has assumed that we were going to see The Undertaker take on John Cena at WrestleMania 33, and at one point, this was supposed to be for the WWE Championship. But now, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, plans have changed, and both men now have new opponents for WWE's biggest event of the year in Orlando. As of Friday, Wrestling Observer Live with Brian Alvarez explained why Vince McMahon decided to change the plans for both John Cena and The Undertaker. And the explanation, according to Brian Alvarez, was quite simple. The WWE chairman had a different idea for both men, and he uses different idea in quotes. Let's find out what he says. This is according to Brian Alvarez, and I quote, This is what he said on Wrestling Observer Radio. This person says, if Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg is going to main event, that could be why Vince nixed John Cena versus The Undertaker. They won't do it unless it's the main event. Trust me, says Alvarez. There are many big Undertaker matches that were not the main event. That's not why that match right now between Cena and Undertaker is being canceled. That match was canceled because Vince has another idea for both guys. One of which I think everybody is really going to like. Now, as you can see from the quote by Brian Alvarez, Alvarez does know, he personally knows what one of the ideas is, but he won't say what it is right now. He explained why later on in the show, and this is exactly what he said, and again, I quote from Brian Alvarez, "You want to know why I'm not going to explain to you what it is? There's two reasons why I'm not going to talk about this. Number one, I don't need to sit here and just be right. When it happens, everyone will look back and go, okay, Brian was right about this. You want to know why? Or you want to know how many ideas I have heard personally for WrestleMania? A lot. And he's got one right now, McMahon does, and I think it is a really good idea. If we sit here and talk about it, and if this news gets out, it's going to get changed. And if it gets changed again, somebody could get screwed, and I don't want to see anybody get screwed. So I'm just going to shut up about this entire thing and tell everybody that it's going to be cool. So just hang out unless he changes his mind again. Speaking of Vince McMahon. The other idea for Undertaker could be Roman Reigns. Now, nobody wants to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'd rather fucking have my fingers cut off than hear Roman Reigns and Undertaker are going at it at WrestleMania. It looks like Reigns is going to win the Universal Championship at the end of the month at the Royal Rumble against Kevin Owens. And the Undertaker is one of the favorites to win the Royal Rumble. Now, I reported on part 1 that the Undertaker right now is looking less likely to win the Royal Rumble because he's not going to be in any championship match, and the fact that this match with John Cena is now canceled, so there's no reason for him to win it unless he was going up against AJ Styles. And I don't see that happening at WrestleMania. So the Undertaker right now, you know, he may be in the Rumble, he might have his run-ins with Strowman that they teased on Monday Night Raw, he might have his run-ins with Lesnar, there's a history there, we might see a stare down for the first time ever between Goldberg and the Undertaker. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But me personally, I am not going with The Undertaker to win the Royal Rumble, okay? But he was considered an odds-on favorite, and as I reported on Friday, that does not seem to be the case anymore. As for Cena, it's hard to say. He's faced every single SmackDown regular many times in the past. Of course, there's a ton of speculation that WWE is going to sign Kenny Omega, which is something that Cena himself has hinted via his social media accounts, especially Instagram. So we could see Cena versus Omega at WrestleMania 33. Now, I am not going with that at all. I am not even thinking about that whatsoever. If it happens, I would legitimately be floored if it happens. Would I like to see it? Of course I would like to see it. Would I like to see Kenny Omega at WrestleMania? Of course. Would I like to see Kenny Omega in the WWE? Yes, but if Kenny Omega is coming into the WWE, he is not going to be any better than Shinsuke Nakamura. He's not going to be any better than Finn Balor. He's not going to be any better than Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and everybody else that you consider an internet darling. He's going right to NXT. He's not going to be at WrestleMania. He's not going to be in a match with John Cena. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen because if they do bring him in, sure, it's going to be on the radar. But if Kenny Omega comes into the WWE, he's going right for NXT. That is it. And Kenny Omega could be the face of NXT, and that itself could pretty much shoot Shinsuke Nakamura to the main roster. So that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about, and I'm sure that's exactly what Triple H is thinking about as well. As for The Undertaker, people are saying that it's going to be a Raw superstar. People are saying that it's going to be Finn Balor. Finn Balor is the only one, and if you logically think about this, Finn Balor could very well be the opponent for The Undertaker. And Brian Alvarez said that one plan right now, one of the two plans that Vince McMahon has that he changed from Cena and Undertaker is cool. And everyone is going to like it. I think that is something that categorizes itself as everyone's going to like it. The Demon King versus the Dead Man or the Phenom at WrestleMania. I like it. You're going to like it. Nobody's going to complain about that. I think that's the way that they're going. To be perfectly honest with you, I think that's the way that they're going. Now, AJ Styles. AJ Styles is now in the news. And rumor has it now, don't know where this came from, haven't read the article yet, but I seen you guys posting it on my Twitter feed. AJ Styles right now rumored to be going one-on-one with Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33. Now, my first instinct while reading this topic, while reading the title of this news article, the first thing that popped into my mind is, number one, AJ Styles, more than likely, is not going to be walking into WrestleMania the WWE Champion. Number two, is this the very best that WWE can come up with for AJ Styles at WrestleMania? Number three, why does there have to be a fucking McMahon on the card taking away a slot from somebody else that should be more deserving? That's my honest opinion about it. Now, you look at it, and if that is the direction they're going, and that is exactly what they give us, you know, that's my first instinct, that's my first thought. But knowing the type of athlete that AJ Styles is, and knowing the type of athlete that Shane McMahon is, and the type of daredevil that he is, it does open up the possibilities, several possibilities, of this being a colossal match at WrestleMania. One that's going to be filled with high risk, one that's going to be filled with big time moments, one that's going to be worthy of WrestleMania moment, quote unquote. So, at first glance at that, I'm like, is this the best they got for AJ? AJ should be main eventing after the year he's had, but then you look at it and think about it, that could work if they want to do that. But I know a lot of people are going to be against that. I'm just throwing that out there. So, Cena, where does that leave Cena? There's rumors going around that Samoa Joe is having these big plans made up for him for WrestleMania. What if John Cena is winning the WWE Championship and John Cena is going to defend the WWE Championship against Samoa Joe? What if that's the case? I'd like to see that. I think that'd be a great fucking match. Samoa Joe goes to SmackDown, challenges John Cena for the WWE Championship, and then John Cena reportedly going on hiatus. Maybe he loses the championship at WrestleMania to Samoa Joe, and then we get the beginnings of a Samoa Joe AJ Styles WWE Championship feud following WrestleMania, in the reset following WrestleMania. I don't know, man. If you're looking at the top of the card with WrestleMania right now, look at this and let me know what you guys think, because this is the way I think that the WWE is going. You got Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. I think that's going to be the Universal Championship match. I think that's going to be the undercard, okay? You got Owens and Jericho. You got Rollins and Triple H. You got Big Show versus Shaquille O'Neal. You got Finn Balor versus The Undertaker. John Cena versus Samoa Joe. You got AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. You got Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha in a triple threat ladder match. That's what I would do. I'm also hearing rumors that WWE might give us Charlotte versus Bayley, and then Sasha versus Stephanie McMahon. That would make two McMahons on the card. Do I want to see that? Absolutely not. Stick to the ladder match. Have the women go out there in a triple threat match, which I'm not excited about anyway, but if you spice it up with a ladder match, I'm a little bit more understanding of why they're in a triple threat match. So I think that's the way to go. Mickie James versus Becky Lynch, possibly, at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship on SmackDown. Where does that leave Dean Ambrose? I don't know, man. Dean Ambrose looks like he's going to get lost in the shuffle being the IC title holder. The Miz, don't know why they took it off of him. He needs a big spot at WrestleMania because he's been fucking great all year, and a spot at WrestleMania in a very important role is deserving to The Miz. You got American Alpha, you got Bray Wyatt, you got Randy Orton, you got Baron Corbin. You got a lot of guys going to be left off the card, or might not be enough room for them on the card. Who knows? Dolph Ziggler. Where are these guys going to end up? You're going to put them all in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? You're going to have a fucking 2-hour pre-show? I don't know what's going on, man. But that's where I'm going right now with WrestleMania. Maybe what Alvarez is talking about here is Joe and Cena for the title for SmackDown, and then you got Undertaker versus Balor, because if it's reported that The Undertaker is going to go up against a Raw superstar, how many Raw superstars are there that don't have any direction? Sami Zayn? You're not going to put Sami Zayn versus The Undertaker. You got Triple H and Rollins. Rollins has got his match with Triple H. Owens, Jericho, Strowman, Reigns. There's nobody else on Monday Night Raw except for a returning demon. And that might be the cool idea that Vince McMahon is going to give us at WrestleMania. It only makes sense. And the pieces certainly do align. Everything lines up perfectly. So let me know what you guys are thinking. But that is the reason why Vince McMahon canceled John Cena versus The Undertaker. He may very well be waiting till next year. Like I mentioned already, Undertaker died, quote unquote, at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. They're going back to New Orleans for WrestleMania 34. That may be where The Undertaker is reborn. Wins the title, last day on the job, retires, fucking walks off into the darkness, and he retires. I don't know. That may be where Vince McMahon's going with this. Instead of Cena Undertaker this year, might be holding it off till next year, and this year he has something cool for everybody who wants to be a part of WrestleMania. So I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that. Certainly intriguing. I wanted this to be out there. I wanted to get this to you guys. I read it, and I immediately made a video about it. So you guys, let me know what you're thinking down in the comments below, man. Sound off. Undertaker, Balor, Cena, Joe. Let me know what you think about that for WrestleMania 33. I'm JD. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, and I will see you all later today for the UK Championship Tournament Day 2. Who's going to win and who's going to be crowned the first ever United Kingdom champion of WWE? We'll find out on the network. I'm JD. Like I said, hit that thumbs up. Check out the description for everything you guys need. PayPal, Rumble, Barbershop, Window, Twitter, YouTube. If you missed any videos, links will be down below. Off the script. Check the annotations. You guys know the deal. I'll see you guys later. Have a great Sunday, and let's see who wins the UK Championship Tournament. I'll talk to you later.